From Icarus and Leonardo to the Wright brothers, the history of flight is a soaring tale of the triumph of invention over gravity. But it's also a rich source of tall tales and exaggerated claims. The question is, where does Ligari Hassan fit in? Flight of fancy or real-life 17th century rocketeer pioneer?
So despite the fact that your rocket flew better on the day, I think in the full scale we should take the best design elements from both.
Agreed. But I'm a little hesitant to use multiple rockets.
Yeah, you know what? I feel the same way. I mean, it's like, yeah, it worked on the model rocket, but when we go to full scale, trying to get several rockets to go off at the same time, you're asking for trouble. So why don't we do this? We'll take the shuttle design from this, and we'll take the single rocket engine from this design. We'll put the two together when we go build the full-scale rocket.
I totally second that.
All right. Sounds like all we need to do is build a full-scale rocket and add a simulate pilot.
But not just any simulate, a simulate with wings.
Yeah, the wings aspect is really awkward, and it's not represented in either of our illustrations, but the history books did say he climbed out of the rocket, deployed some sort of wing device, and flew safely down to Earth.
Well, we know from our Plywood Builder episode that in order to safely descend, you need a big wing. Not just like an umbrella, I mean a huge surface.
Well, you know, if Ligari had the technology to build a rocket, maybe he had the technology to build some kind of gliding wing. Kind of like a hang glider.
You saying you want to go hang gliding?
Oh, yes, I am!
Oh, yeah!
Aw, being pregnant on Mythbusters is so unfair.
So with her baby bump aerodynamics less than stellar, Carrie is obviously grounded for this one.
So we're here at Fort Funston, which is a mecca for hang gliders. In terms of the myth, what we're looking for here is a kind of a reality check.
Now, did the diapers go on before or after we get into the hang glider?
We're supposed to have them on before we get in.
In the myth, they describe wings. Is this slimming?
Looks good on you.
We're just here to see if this is even possible, if this is something we could incorporate into our build to simulate that part of the myth.
Now, getting our rocket into the air is only half of this myth.
Oh, my goodness!
The other half is the fact that our rocket man had some sort of wing system that got him safely back down to the Earth. So Tori and Grant are gonna collect a little practical data for me. Remember to gather the data! They're gonna check out all the aspects of this, which are the takeoff, the flight,
Look out, Rocket Man, here we come!
the control in the air, and the landing. They need to come down and tell me all of the things I need to know so that I can maybe make some sort of wing system that'll get our rocket man down.
Nice landing! Oh my God, that was insane. You know, as soon as I took off, all the fear went away. And it was like you were in a dream and you were just floating. I mean, it was just like flying, I guess because it was flying.
This is all about getting back to Earth safely. Now, on the plus side, you don't need any electricity, you don't need any gasoline, you don't need a propeller. Yeah! You could just float down, and I think it's highly likely that you could safely land without any power. But on the minus side, you need a huge airfoil, you need a huge surface area in order to do that. And what's more, you'd have to deploy that at the apex of your rocket's trajectory.
I just don't see that happening. We're gonna have to figure out another way to get our rocket man to land safely on the ground.
So